great after all that work.
Well, now I have some practice. Maybe I'll get it right the next time. I have 7 o'clock. Yes, it's 7 o'clock. Oh.
I just opened my program. I have to run and get my little disc.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, no. Sorry.
Thank you. Good stuff.
Okay, it's 7:01, and we call this meeting of the Board of Finance to order. Now I've lost my agenda.
It's actually on the floor.
Oh, was it?
I have extra.
I just turned in.
Okay, the first item on the agenda is the financial report.
I think first, do we need to seat people?
Oh, we do. Thank you. C.J. Birnblum is not here and has asked that Catherine Tuma be seated in his...
So moved.
A second.
You're not cheated.
Oh, no, I have to. I'll second. I mean, I'm looking around waiting.
I just had to...
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you for catching that.
Okay. Andy Russell.
The two motions, I'm sorry.
I have a motion to seat.
Thank you.
Yep. Catherine in BJ's place.
And I second.
And I thirded it. For no apparent reason at all.
Mr. Garvin is not here tonight, and he asked that Matt be seated for him.
Do we have to seat you as chair because Dave is not here?
I don't know.
I think we've done that in the past.
Have you?
Yeah,
Okay.
probably would do that. So I'll make a motion to seat Jude Reed as chair in Dave Kelsey's absence. And
I'll second.
And no, because you're already seated me, so I'll second. Yeah, you're
Okay.
already seated, so you can second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Mr. Garvin is not here, and Matt Olson is to be seated for him tonight.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And who's the fourth one?
Andy.
Andy Russell is not here tonight. And
or she could be seated for Dave.
Yeah.
Or Dave, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maria could be seated for Dave Kelsey tonight.
Yeah, Dave Kelsey's absent, so I'll make a motion to seat Maria in Dave's place.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So, first item on the agenda.
Probably the most complicated.
Yeah. We'll have the financial report from Nicole.
Okay. Well, not much as you can see on the summary page. It does say June preliminary. We closed obviously in June, but we have one more all the payrolls are done as of today, and we have one more check run next week. So that will affect the numbers, as well as audit adjustments. They're not coming till September. And the only thing that really might get adjusted out of these numbers would be for the tax collector. So that could swing another $100,000. So property taxes, as you can see, are over the budgeted amount. So we're in pretty good shape revenue-wise. We're 3% over in collecting.
That's great. That's incredible.
General fund, so that's good. Under expenditures, again, not much. Salaries, most items will be over because there was a true-up, so that's 45% for non-union employees. And that's like a couple $100 per person, so it's not a big amount in total. We talked about the selectmen's legal budget being over, and the department is over by 45 as of today, so again, not happy with the meeting. There's a couple other departments that are over by just a little bit, so under the 20,000 threshold, so we can move that budget around and we'll be carried over in August. And they all have to the budget, the budget transfer, that information this next month.
Right.
And I just got an email today.
I got that. Yep.
Payment on the ARPA funds is, I have till this Friday to, I kind of have to request it, done that, and they have 30 days to give us the money, so.
Cool.
30 days I don't think it's gonna be that long. I think everyone wants their money as soon as possible, so we do have to wait for the treasury though, not the state.
Mm-hmm.
You're projecting mid-August?
I think so.
Okay. I have a copy of that report here printed out if anyone wants to look at it.
Was attached to the email?
Yes, it is attached to the email.
And just the other thing, it doesn't show up in here, but there's been a lot of ranger time. I think we just did a payroll, actually, I'm doing it now, which has about $4,000 worth of overtime for the rangers.
For June or July?
This is for just 2 weeks. And the rangers, I don't, I thought we really increased their budget, so I'm hoping that they can cover that, but we've got, a good,
That's a lot.
to do for rangers, and it seems to be crazy. And I can't answer for why or what he has there, so he has to answer to that.
I have a question though. Is it individual personal overtime, or are we just over budget by having a large payroll for the rangers? Is it overtime hours that they're putting in?
Yes.
So they need to hire maybe another.
We're trying.
So
They budgeted for 12 and they only have like 9 or 10. 9 or 10, I know.
Oh, it's more than-
Right, is it 10? Well, there was 10. We lost 2, didn't we lose 2? 2 quit.
I don't know, but then we've hired one.
Right.
I thought we just did payroll and there was like 12 to 13.
Okay. The last
One
time.
person there is on their way out, so yeah,
Okay.
she's down to 10.
Okay.
And I don't know, I just know that they're out later.
The numbers.
I know that they're out later just based on history from when I was here before.
Right.
So, I just,
I mean, I don't know what if this is worth anything, but I heard July 4th weekend was pretty crazy down there. Not,
Yeah.
and that's what the payroll is.
Yeah.
It includes that?
Okay.
That and they might settle down, but just
be conscious of
just to
that.
be aware, because it's always been a.
Yeah, it's always a big,
And that's it.
or at least for a few years now. Okay, any questions for Nicole?
When do you officially close the budget? Like August? Like, do you still pay invoices from June, like through, like is that?
We're gonna do that next week.
All right.
That'll be the last one. I'll do some adjustments on my part, because I have to book receivables and payables, and I do that through an entry, and I just do them at year end. I don't do it monthly, so I do year-end entries for myself, but, well, not for myself, but what I'm
Right.
saying. But those are immaterial, really. You know what I mean? It's not gonna make or break us. The big one is really gonna be by the auditors, which
Right.
is property.
And that's September?
Well, they're doing preliminary in July, and if they can get
That'd be great.
her done by that, they're gonna try to do it remotely. And that'll be, she's got Alex in there.
I was going to say, she has help in there that's reliable and she's happy.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Do it, remotely.
So, August.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
great, thank you.
And the selectmen's legal, is that anything to do with the catalog issue?
It has to do with an HR issue, several
Right.
Okay.
HR issues, and and
The animal control maybe?
animal control. I mean, there's several that really hit.
Yeah.
And in the check run we're doing next week, there are more legal. So
So it's gonna be more.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we had a union
Mm-hmm.
thing. Contract. So yeah,
It's a lot, all at once. Things were quiet for a while and then boom. Any other questions? No? Okay, thanks. Moving on, the approval of the June 21, 22 minutes. I don't know if everyone's had a chance, well, many have not read it yet. I was not at that meeting, but I do have something that reads awkwardly to me, or I need someone to explain it to me who was there maybe.
Who are you?
On page 3, near the bottom where it says Other Funds, Miscellaneous Revenue Fund. And then it says Affordable Housing Grant, $15,000, spent of $6,747.
I don't know what's said there, but
Yeah.
they've taken a $15,000
Right.
grant for affordable housing to do their plan.
Okay.
It was required by the state, and they spent, at that time, almost $6,500 of it.
Okay, so maybe it's just typo, miswording, spent.
It feels like the two numbers should be reversed. So
Right.
$6,747 was spent of the $15,000 grant.
So
Yeah.
I wasn't here, so I wanted to clarify that. Any other corrections, comments? Still reading.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes with that one minor clarification on page 3.
Second. Anyone?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Actually, if you can put me down as just abstain since I didn't get a copy of it, but I'm sure it's in between.
Anyone opposed? No? Okay. Next item, old business. I had one thing under old business and having to do with the computers for the senior center. But I spoke to Andy earlier. I have a computer here for him, and he's taking it to someone who's going to check it out, see what needs to be done, because they have 5 that are marginally working or not working at all.
Oh, geez, okay.
Okay? Anyone else?
Thought is that those are just like clogged up with.
We think so. There's so many users and not one person in charge. Martha, do you have any old business? Wow. I'm going to set a record here. Oh, my gosh.
Comment on it.
Uh,
Those are very old.
Right.
Some were donated, some were borrowing money from.
The Old Lyme Education?
Yes,
Right.
and they've never been under the ones that just seniors use, they haven't been under the IT.
I agree.
Upgrades, they're not covered by
Mm-hmm.
any of that, and they never were in.
They've never been maintained, so to speak. And,
I'm sure that there's
but it,
parent one at home that doesn't even
Right.
got within like,
I think, and I think you're right in that no one's ever taken maintenance control of them.
Never request,
Well, she's been asking since last year from the IT department, and IT met late, came up with a budget, but it wasn't included for this year's budget. So when I spoke to Andy and Michael Ryder, the thought was get them to Andy. He has a person that can look at them, and if we can't repair them for a little amount of money, maybe the Board of Finance could appropriate some money in this year's budget.
This is the first I've heard about it, so I'll put it on my system.
Thank you. Okay, anything else? Anyone else? Nothing, Matt? It'd be embarrassing if we finish at 7:30.
You're gonna be our favorite chairman.
Well, I was given a really lean agenda. Okay, new business. Nope.
I'm actually a little curious. Do they ever hire the facilities gentleman that they maybe offer to?
They no,
In our report.
not yet. What'd you say?
It's in our report.
Oh, that's good. Not yet. They're working
Yeah,
on it.
okay.
But there is a new facilities IT person, Tom Meyer, and he seems very active. So we're hoping maybe he'll take over the IT as well. Selectmen's report.
Tim's going to be here, asked me to sit in, just some quick stuff, I won't make it too long.
Yeah, you might be the favorite.
Just some updates. Halls Road, the committee will present the proposed overlay regulations to the zoning commission on August 8th. That's right around the corner. Sound View sidewalks work is nearly complete. We don't have a completion date yet, and then Tim is meeting with Frank Pappalardo to kind of confirm the finalizing of the budget, how much they've already spent, what we already told.
Back to the Halls Road.
Yep.
When is that presentation? The
Uh,
8th?
August 8th.
And where is it?
I do not have that information.
Is it to,
It's to the zoning commission, so I'm assuming it's here, yeah.
to zoning? Okay.
Soundview sewer updates, they're trying to make some efforts to secure some additional grant funding. The one avenue they didn't get anything, but now they're working with Murphy and Blumenthal, I guess, to try to get some additional funding. Costs have kind of ballooned and the project needs additional funding.
Has anyone reached out to Courtney to ask about his discretionary fund?
That was one that they tried originally and it didn't go anywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Any of the ARPA funding go towards that in any way?
Some of it did.
Was it 250,000 or something? Or?
WPA got a chunk.
Okay.
They could get the Forest Main, isn't that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Forest Main, so that, then they could go ahead with this paving of 156.
Oh, good. Okay.
I don't know if it covers the entire cost, but it definitely covers a good chunk.
And then I guess there was a meeting that Tim had attended that said that would be if he was present, and they said if the costs were so outrageous it wasn't feasible that they wouldn't force us to delay.
Okay, good. On the paving.
So
Okay.
that's what they say.
Yeah, yeah, that could change.
Yeah, depends who you talk to. Senior center expansion, the architectural design work is nearly finalized. They want the Lyman, Old Lyme Board of Selectmen to get together and approve their contract. It just came in our emails today. One of their...
How much is their contract, do you know?
I think it was around 200. I think it was already approved. It was $280,000
For the design phase.
Yeah, for the design. So they want us to get together with Lyme and kind of give it our blessing to move forward. But Tim, I think we want obviously lawyers to look at it and make sure it makes sense. And
Well, PJ went through it with a fine tooth comb.
Yeah.
David's the lawyer.
I was going to say,
And Alan,
which is great.
happy. He's not having lawyers in mind. Looked at it, PJ looked at it.
It helps to know someone.
Ferry Road sidewalk, we spent about $25,600 so far. The bid process is expected to be later this summer, and that will determine whether the project can move forward after Labor Day. Obviously, determine if they came in just like they did for the Soundview sidewalk project, that would be spectacular, but you never know. So
what's going on with the trees? Like, did we make a decision with the trees and all that?
The trees were all decided on and approved, and I think they were kind of...
I saw one still had a sign on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually limited how many trees. They cut back 2 that were originally cut, and they changed their mind on that. They're feeding them some growth.
They're keeping the sidewalk on the same side that it is now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Swan Brook outlet. That was money that was approved with the ARPA funds. Jim did speak with he wanted to get that going sooner than later. He did speak with the Hawks Nest representative who said that they wanted it to wait now until after Labor Day.
Of course.
So, but it's ready to go. We can hopefully get that going. Soundview Ops Advisory Committee is evaluating the suggestion that we possibly give Miami Beach some additional revenue because their security is the ones who are checking coolers and stuff right now. But
really, it's because we're low on ranger time, or
no, it's just they're the only ones that are allowed to because of the new laws. Their security is the only ones that can check coolers because of the new police accountability bill. So rangers and us, because the rangers are technically working in capacity of us, so that we can't search people's coolers for no reason or to enter a premise.
Right.
It's public property. So, whereas Miami Beach has a little more authority because it's considered private property and they can search them. So that's just a preliminary discussion because some of the parking fees and stuff like that. But I think we're reevaluating in a few months where we stand, and I think we'll reevaluate the whole setup at the end of the season as well. So, Tantamaheg Landing, nothing to new report on that. Just going to skip right over that one. 36-1 button ball. There was a subcommittee created with 2 representatives, 2 from Harbor Management, 2 from Inland Wetlands, and 2 from Open Space. We did have a site walk last week. It was very productive. Kind of gave us a basic gist of where the property lies, and it was very, very informative. And we're going to have another meeting coming up shortly. We haven't set the date yet because I think we're having some scheduling issues with. Yeah, but we have to also get a survey done before that meeting, hopefully, so we can have some better idea where things are, so.
Who's doing the survey, do you know?
I have not been told yet, no, I do not know. Special town meeting, obviously, most of you were here. The American Rescue Plan disbursement vote was passed unanimously, thanks to all who were involved with that. Dan Beret left, and Phil left, and the new facility, the Information Technology Coordinator, Tom Meyer, was hired on July 1st. I think he's jumping in head first, and hopefully so hopefully we can guide him and just help him out wherever we can so we don't scare him away.
I heard all I know is he's flat out super busy.
Flat out, and it doesn't help that Bill couldn't use Excel or anything like that, so.
Oh, God.
All the electronic files that we had set up, and we had an outside consultant who.
Yes.
All like.
Not used.
They're all, he said they're all on file, but they're all hard copies. If that's the case.
Right.
At least you have that.
He's also taken 3 days to clean up his desk.
I'm not surprised.
And he's going to meet, I think, with Ron Turner across the street, because Ron has some wonderful software that he uses to put in all the maintenance of every building,
Good.
every HVAC system, and then that way, whoever comes next, the Bible's been written.
And
All that is in the file as well. I told him that.
I'm
and
surprised.
he's also meeting with Tom Riggio, who's our CT comp person, I think this week, maybe, possibly, to kind of touch base and go over some stuff. So.
Don's staying on or has offered to work 5 or 6 hours a week for zoning, did I read somewhere? To help.
Dan, you mean?
Dan.
Dan, yes, he's doing some, he's doing like the online review of permits for now, for a fee, and then he, if he does come here, we'll pay him some mileage to come.
Got it.
And he has to come for a couple hours on Friday.
Yeah.
That has to be helpful.
Like 1 or 2, just because you need to see something.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Good.
So leading to the next thing, the land use, we have 3 interviews tomorrow, 3 different people, starting at 3 o'clock. We have 3 of them back to back.
Are they like qualified or did somebody?
One is super,
Dunkin' Donuts.
one of them is super qualified, worked at 3 different towns, he used to be a attorney who was involved in, huh?
Is he,
But anyways, one of them is
retired? Is he
I
retired
didn't get that
in
impression.
town?
No, he's currently employed as a municipal zoning officer.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Town. So
Oh.
worked at 3 separate towns.
Good.
He seemed really had all the certifications that we were looking for, so we'll see how the interviews go tomorrow.
Is he somewhat local?
Yes.
Okay, good. No, I'm not going to ask any specific. He's not relocating from
No,
another state or
no,
something.
they had one that was and kind of backed out. Yeah. Yep. And that's
How about the other 2? Are they also superstars?
I don't think they have as much of the on-the-job experience. They have like the education side of it. I don't know if they necessarily have the work experience to back up the education piece of it, like the hands-on stuff.
Okay.
That's just my opinion.
A lot of the things we've seen have a lot of inland wetlands, there's no zoning.
Have you had interviews or only seen resumes at this point?
We've had one, you guys have done one.
Okay.
I was not able to attend that.
But not with these 3 that you're meeting
No,
with?
this is our first round.
Okay, good.
So Martha, you're saying that you had a lot of applicants that had inland wetlands experience?
Yeah, but it.
No zoning.
No, yeah.
They went to school for conservation.
Okay.
They worked at nonprofits, things like that, but no.
Hands-on?
It's a year process to become a certified zoning enforcement officer.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of, and that's a lot of work, and you have to, fit that time in as well as do your job.
It's true. And it's definitely a different skill set, I think. So.
It helps that we changed the posting. We had it in J, we had it on Indeed, and LinkedIn, and we moved it to CCM, and once we put it to CCM, we started to see more.
That's great.
Excellent. Well, that's optimistic.
Yeah, so tomorrow will be a busy day. Hopefully we can narrow the gap, narrow the field there, and find someone
Get someone
in there quickly.
to get them working. Right.
You all there praying 3 o'clock
Yeah,
tomorrow?
right. And on the other side about the HR position that we are working on that, I required, I asked Nicole and Amy Jensen to review a HR job description that I had received from somebody, and just to get some input, what they feel would be helpful for to take things off their plate and make their jobs easier. And we're going to also ask Michelle Moore and obviously the selectmen will look at it. And I think our goal is to try to have that wrapped up and maybe at the next selectmen's meeting to make an approval to post it. So
Would this be a part-time position?
I think that's
Consultant or
it was.
employee?
I think for
It's
one
20th.
slide, that's what we did.
Mhm.
I think this person would have a lot of hours up front
I do too.
to set up stuff and
Right.
Well, there's a lot of need.
maybe level out, so there might be a lot more hours up front than we budgeted.
Okay.
So
Well,
But I think it's obviously needed. Yes. Oh, I agree completely.
I think you'll save in legal fees.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally. So,
Great.
that's all I have. Martha, you have anything else?
And we started the shoreline.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Shoreline Gateway Committee. We've had two meetings now. And that's Hartford Ave, 156. We're just going over trying to figure out what we could, similar to like the Halls Road, looking at the zoning policies, what we can do to attract business.
It's a commercial area, and when we started the EDC, it was my understanding that would cover all of Old Lyme, and the focus has been predominantly Halls Road with very little attention down there, so I'm happy to see that.
Yeah, it's been productive. We're working on, I think by the next meeting, we'll hopefully have a survey monkey out to try to catch all the, get it out before the end of the summer to catch all the people who are here for the summer, to kind of get some input from them. And we're kind of using the sound view policy there. What's it, Sound View Village District, their overlay district there. We're trying to see if we can expand that and different things. So
Up to between Teddy and Dimitri.
Yeah.
So it would be, this village district would go up
Yeah.
and form a T, literally.
Okay.
But
Well,
we have all the other.
there's a lot beyond that on either side.
We have C30, we have.
I mean, you've got
R10, some R40.
and a lot of properties that are idle, that are not really blight, but kind of.
Actually, the dump station has been fixed up in the last few weeks. If you've driven by.
It looks great.
New garage doors, windows
Saw
have
that.
been repaired. They went in with a landscape, I don't know if it's a landscaper or the owner, but they did spend an entire day there cleaning up the outside.
Well, that's great, but in a month it could be overgrown again, so hopefully it continues to.
But we've heard rumors it's a business moving in.
we don't
We
know.
don't know what.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Yeah. We did hear that there was 4 people looking at cherry stones at one point. 2 made offers and none were accepted. So
And then the property that's between Dimitri's and the Pizza House, it's that horizontal white.
that's the old Italian club, and I'm
It's,
making,
yeah.
and I'm gonna make some phone calls to Tim Lonergan, he's the listing agent, and I'm gonna
Okay.
find out what the story is with that.
And a while ago, we had heard that was going to be a dental office and an attorney's office. And so there's always rumors in the wind, but sometimes it sounds like it comes down to zoning or sewer.
A bunch of the people on the committee was like a bakery. That's a big push. Big down outside of town.
yeah. That's all we
I
have.
went to Glastonbury last week to go to a restaurant that had a gluten-free fryer. We've been to Old Lyme with a gluten-free fryer, and they will just be busy all the time. I will be there all the time.
Anything else, Matt?
No, I think that covers it.
Anyone else? Gosh, your dad said he'd be here about 7:30. Maybe we can call him off.
Maybe I should see where he is.
Not that he needs to be here, but I have a computer for him. If no one else has anything on their desk, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved. I second.
Wow, you get a meeting off your schedule in 30 minutes.
We need to vote, right?
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
He's on I-95, 2 miles from here.
I'll
You have a tracker on your desk?
That's awesome. Well, I'll wait so I can give him the computer, and I mailed him a check for something else and no postage, so it'll be quicker if I give it to him, I think. Well, thank you for everyone for coming out.
Thank you for.
I'll do it again next month.
Children and
Thanks for all the help.
show up at home.
Gee.
Am I gonna destroy bedtime?
Well, that's it.
I was
Maybe,
actually kind of thinking, I was
maybe
like,
you need to go out.
maybe I should do something that, like, they don't expect me before 9. I was like, don't
I
be before
told
9.
my husband 8:30, he's eating at the beach at the snack bar. Want to go
We
for a
need to go over to
drink?
Home Goods or something, go wander around at Home Goods.
That we're going out for a drink.
Maybe it won't.
Again?
We are heading out for a drink. Anyone else who would like to come? No? You might make dinner. I already said I'd be absent.
Bedtime to do.
What's your husband gonna do?
Oh my God, that's the.
What?
Yeah, he does, but
Like the end of
Audrey likes
every
it when I'm
day,
home.
it's just like.
Oh, they all do. No one's at my house. So that's why I'm
kind of
suggesting the
days,
drink.
to be honest, 'cause
That's only for
they were
until
full.
Friday and I'll
and-
not anymore.
I mean, like, right now, like, they're not driving and they're 14, 15, so they don't get.
I don't think anyone